time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey, yo! What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day, November 5th. We've got the S&P up 56, NASDAQ up 228, Russell up 32, Dow up 343, gold and silver up a little bit. Bonds are green, notes are flat, 10-year yield down 0.2%, oil up 1%, natural gas down almost 4%. All the grains finished green, euro and the pound up 0.5%, Bitcoin up 3.5%. VIX contracting down 4.7%, sitting at 20.85. What did I do today? Well, I did some BICs. All BIC tranches as normal. Actually added in one extra. Currently up about 1,600 on those. Getting a little bit of a pullback, little poppy pop in VIX right now. Also did some price action VIX, 3 tranches. Currently up about 1,500 on those. I've got this one contract left from one of my price action VIX. Just letting it cook, as they say. And then did an early Wooga. That is on the 65s and 75s. Pretty centered. That was my early one. My OG Wooga is on the 70-75s. The early one, I did 15 wide strikes. My OG one, I did 10 wide. And then I also did a, because it is an up day, I did a little bullish NDX trade just to give a little bit more exposure to the upside. Price is right on the break even now with this little down move. And that has been my day so far. Oh, I did a bunch of day trading this morning. If you're a day trader and you haven't had a chance to watch the little video overview I did from this morning, take a look at that. A couple of different things that I did. Number one, after I got out of most of my Tesla contracts, I left a couple on to run, but I just turned it into a vertical spread to negate a lot of that theta decay that we see throughout the day. It's getting a little pullback off the highs now, but I'm going to still hold for a bit. Still got a couple in Netflix as well. I did, Dan D says DJT just got halted. I did do a little election Trump trade in DJT. A little bullish broken wing butterfly, similar to what I would do on like an earnings play. DJT was up considerably, coming back down. Yeah, it's coming down hard. From over 40 down to 33 in the matter of 15 minutes. Let's see if the let's see if the betting markets are reflecting something. Well, still has the betting market still has Trump at 62. But I would say DJT is a quicker reflection if there was something negative that came out in relation to the Trump campaign. It'll be nice when this little election is over. SPX and NDX both coming down. NDX coming back down. Actually, that expected move line is not correct. I did not pick up on what the expected move was in NDX at the open, so I think not exactly sure where it is. Tesla coming down hard. I mean, a couple bucks. EWUGA still good. OG Wuga coming down towards the break even. Chessmaster, it's all about what you want your overall exposure to be. I like entering in a couple different tranches just to spread out the entry a little bit. But I'm looking at it from my total exposure. So if I put both of them together, I have a max risk of 6,500. So that's I'm comfortable with that as my max risk. So you just got to figure out what you're comfortable with. Got out at 20%. Is that just for fun? Just because you thought it'd be a good idea 20% today? Or is that part of your plan? I'm still waiting on that pre-flight checklist, Chessmaster. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Have you tested to see how taking 20% tests over time? Yeah, I would definitely do that. I don't think you'll like the results. Let's see. In other individual stocks, PLTR had earnings. We talked about that one. I didn't do anything. It's up 23%. Big gap up, and it's continued up. New all-time highs, over $51. Reddit up 11%, close to new all-time highs. All the crypto stocks are up. Riot, Coinbase. SMCI, is that after the bell today? 11.5 after the market. Yeah, SMCI after the bell. I'm not going to play any earnings today. Not sure what else has earnings, but I'll pass. Tesla is at 2.5, or excuse me, Nvidia is up 2.5. Meta up 1.5. Netflix up 1. Netflix was pushing it, came back down to about yesterday's high. Sitting at 762. All-time high is 773. Woogas need to hold their heads up here. I finished up recording some of the examples on the price action BIC stuff today. So Lando is working on getting that all put together. So we'll let you guys know whenever that's ready. Hopefully it's helpful. Yeah, Eric D. I actually I've kind of kept a loose eye. Nothing really. Don't take this for anything except for kind of anecdotal observation. But a lot of times it seems like Coinbase kind of has been leading the way. Obviously it's going to be highly correlated to Bitcoin, but a lot of times when I've noticed Coinbase making a decent move and then the overall market almost has been following it, which is interesting. Again, don't take that as any kind of anything to take action on, but just something I've kind of noticed over the last several weeks. I wouldn't say better. I like both, Moel. I love the ability. I love having both going at the same time. So I like the aspect of the scheduled ones where I don't mess with them and they kind of do their thing and hopefully you get a couple that pin at the end of the day. And then I like the price action ones on days when you get little pockets of consolidation, you book some profits, and then a lot of times they'll move out and stop the rest of your contracts, but you've already booked some profits. So depends on the day. If we just have a super quiet day, the regular BICs are going to do better because you're going to get very few sides stopped out and you're going to do well. But if you have days where the market's moving and you just have little pockets of consolidation, a lot of times the price action ones might do a little better because you're booking profits along the way. Yeah, so the videos will be about both, but I think most of the questions are around how I'm doing the price action ones. So there's some emphasis on those as well. Yeah, VIX back up above 21. EJT bouncing a little bit to that flush. I've got VIX 1D on my watch list, but I rarely pay attention to it because it always just kind of starts low and ends higher. So I haven't really found anything of value from it. But yeah, that thing is skyrocketing today. Wooga's in good shape. I'll be taking half my Woogas off at 50% too. I've kind of decided that that's the plan. I'm going to take half my Woogas off if they hit 50%. I'll let the rest ride to expiration. A little NDX trade I put on, I need above 20,190 is my break even. See if we can get a little bounce here. Yeah, my VXX trades. I mean, VXX is down 5% today, so that's good. Between the two of them, up about 700, it looks like. Really need below 49 and below 43 would be max profit. The first one I put on, which I don't remember the date, but it's in the option selling trades. First one I put on was this one with 5 lots. That's on the 47 and 44 puts are my long put vertical piece. And then the more recent one that I put on was 6 lots. Is on the 46, 49, 46 puts. I was actually, I put these on with the anticipation of adding more, but we haven't had any real volatility expansion since I put these on. So just going to roll with these into the big day. Wow, look at DJT popping back up. Ewuga centered. OG Wuga centered. Pretty close trades. Pretty correlated. Between 70 and 75 would pin both. I figured for today's power hour, we could go around the room and talk about who we voted for and why we think they're the best candidate. Who's ready? Everybody's somebody. One of my buddies posted on our. We have like a group text chat. Um, somebody posted some, and it says, "Today feels like the whole country is waiting for an STD test result." I thought that was pretty accurate. Dick K in the house. Dick K definitely went with Kamala. VIX back down under 21. Dick K, did you take any calendars Friday? I just did the 135. I mean, it made profit. I'm not sure it was worth the risk, but worked out. I saw somebody post looked like some of the others potentially were doing pretty good. So I didn't realize I posted something in the calendar chat. We've also so Monday is Veterans Day. Stock market is open. Bond market and banks are closed, which means there's going to be just low volume overall. I'm gonna I'm gonna be pretty light on my calendars this Friday for sure. Um, not to mention we will probably still have some aftershocks of the election, I assume. And then we're starting to get into in the next few weeks, we're starting to get into Thanksgiving time as well, which is not a good time to be trading calendars typically. Yeah, it depends on who you listen to, Liquid One. And my NDX is back in play. Need it to hold above 20,200. So Polymarket will declare winners. So the resolution source for that market is when the Associated Press, Fox, and NBC all declare. And if all three of those sources have not called the race for the same candidate, then it will be based on the inauguration date. Thought that was an interesting way to do it. DJT back above 36. I got in at exactly $10 on the NDX trade, Chessmaster. Yeah, Polymarket's kind of the biggest betting market, I guess, for politics. There's a couple others, and you got to be outside the US to be able to do it. Yeah, the reason I did the NDX trade is, I was doing my Wugas, and then, anytime we have SPX up over 0.5%, it just tends to grind sideways to higher. So I wanted to add a little bit more bullish action, kind of looking at it as a little bit of a bullish skewed Wuga. Looking at the 75 butterfly, currently trading for $1.10 maybe. Yeah, I've still got a shot at pinning my 1255 tranche, my 1225 tranche, and my 1050 tranche. Oh no, not my 1050. It's just my 1225 and 1255. Got to stay between 60 and 80. And my Wugas need, yeah, about a 70 pin for my Wugas would be good. Well, the timed BICs I do with TAT. I just set up an IB account specifically for my BICs. I don't do anything else in this trade except for I don't do anything else in this account except for my BICs on TAT. Yeah, I do everything. I do everything from TAT. The only thing I'll do from the IB platform is so I have my stops on the shorts only. So then and then it will reuse them automatically for future tranches. But you know, if I get stopped out of a put side and we have a big move, for example, or even if we don't, sometimes I'll go in there and close them on the IB platform. Otherwise, everything's done from TAT. That's the only thing I've ever done on IB from an actual trading standpoint is closing the longs. You know what they say about those 618s, Dick K? Those are the toughest ones. I think you're thinking of what Chad does, maybe Chessmaster. I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly. We still got 37 minutes to go. I don't know if it's too slow. I mean, we did have that little volatility spike when price came down a little bit, so it pumped a little bit of juice back in, but wouldn't say it's too bad. Did anybody put on a 1 DTE today? Obviously, a big move up would not have been great. And then I would assume the decay was not great. I still have it. How's that doing? Did you put it on right at the open? Well, is Tesla done going up? Netflix, get out of those remaining positions I have there. Yeah, I'm going to pass on any earnings. SMCI, they had that issue with their auditor leaving or whatever it was. So who knows what's going to come out of that one. I'd probably go bearish if I did anything. But I will pass. Oh, when they had that big drop. Let's see. On October 30th, it went from $50 down to 34, and then it's continued lower. They had like an auditor that said, I quit. I don't want to be part of this accounting practice. I didn't get all the details, but that was kind of the headline. $75 butterfly trading for about $1.15, $1.20, but between strikes. Just chop right here. $30 to go. In other news, we've got pre-market tomorrow morning. We've got unemployment claims. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, tomorrow is Wednesday. Nothing tomorrow except for crude oil inventories. Thursday morning, pre-market unemployment claims and FOMC in the afternoon. So we'll be streaming during FOMC instead of Power Hour on Thursday. I mentioned before, but that morning double diagonal, aka the Crean trade, since FOMC is on a Thursday this time, I won't be doing that because it just doesn't set up correctly. But I'll still consider the FOMC Iron Condor and FOMC Long Strangle, depending on what's going on. SPX and NDX creeping higher. $75 butterfly around $1.25, $1.30. Oh, just got out of a Netflix trade, adding to my day trading wins. Kind of feels like this thing wants to go through highs of day, doesn't it? Yep. Lugas need a little pullback. I'd like to stay below 57.80. I got out of my Tesla trade from this morning. $80 butterfly trading for $1.30, $1.35 maybe. Well, if we can come back to 70, I'll be close to hitting 50% on my EWUGA. A little over 20 minutes to go, 10 minutes till MOC. Got a little downside. And then need to sit. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good boy. Oh yeah, there's also a potential for it to go to 65. That's what my indicator says. I like your indicator, Lando. All right, here's the little. I'm gonna move back to 71. Iwuga's up 37%. Nice, Eric D. 47%. Hit it. So close. $49. Yeah, the wider would definitely get there a little bit quicker. Well, mine should be hitting. Filled at 280. Closed half of my Iwuga. OG Wuga is up 32%. NDX is still in range. A little over 4 minutes until MOC. Close out my last contract of this big tranche. Make room for Mahomes. Speaking of Mahomes, I know everyone watched the game last night, but 8-0, baby. 8-0. $70 butterfly trading for about $1.40. Yeah, what a pickup that was. Yeah, I think I'll hold my Netflix through the MOC. See if we get another bounce. Love to get out of half my OG Wooga. Currently at 39%. All right, working a 75 fly. Still pretty cheap. 1 minute till MOC. A lot of premium left in that Wooga. Here comes MOC. $340 million buy side. Tiny. Still just working the 75. Let's see if it moves from here before I enter either a 70 or an 80. OG Wuga's at 43%. And I guess I'll start working a 70. From 70s and 75s. Go ahead and add an 80 as well. Hold on, don't go anywhere yet. %45 on my Wuga. Let's hold steady for a few more minutes. Ah, Rhett. Oh yeah, Rhett is just all up today, isn't it? Need back down like 3 points to hit my 50% on Wuga. Five minutes. $75 fly. Looks like it's trading for about $1.80. Come on down to 75. Getting filled on the 80s. Got filled on a one lot. Just a one lot. Now I got filled on the 75s. All right, so I'm in the 75 fly for Mahomes. Still no fill on Wooga. $77. $78. Two minutes to go. Still sitting at 78. Would have been nice to get out of half of that. My NDX is looking pretty. Vertical's locked. Okay, now come back down. Come on back down. Back down to 75. 1 minute, less than a minute. 81. My Wooga is now out of break even. Needs below 80 to profit. $82. $15 seconds. Just took me out of a call side on one of my BICs too. That little push. 83. Ding, ding, ding. Looks like it's going to settle near 5782.85. Yeah, it sure did. It went up and got high of day, didn't it? All right, so it took 50% of my eWooga off, but my other half and my OG Wooga, a little out of range. Mahomes was the winner. BICs were winners. Price action BICs were winners. Everything was a winner except for Wooga. All right, all. That is a wrap. So tomorrow for the live stream in the morning, not sure who will be on the mic, but one of us will. Chad may be out murdering innocent animals, so it may be me. If not, might be him. All right, all. Take care. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.